Morning, guys. August 8th, 2026 here in Rusty, Rhode Island. Saturday morning. Up early as usual. Let me just turn this down a little bit. So I'm not competing with the music and everybody can hear me speaking. So yesterday I disassembled the ugly lights and I took the fixtures out. I eliminated the reverse light portion of it and ended up just with these pigtails. Pieces you see here, these are nipples that I picked up, and these are from the electrical section, like when you're running conduit. So but it's not a galvanized, it's just a regular black iron. What I'm able to do is fit it into the can, put the nut on the inside. It's going to be it's not easy, it takes a little fiddling, but it gets on there. And then this is going to allow me to hang the lights. I use some rubber gaskets. I'm going to put a rubber gasket inside here now. They're basically faucet gaskets. And this piece will be welded in. My wires will be able to be fished through. I'll have to use a fish wire and then down. Got a protector on the wires to protect the wire so it won't get chafed inside. Trying to plan for everything, and I'm trying to make it so that it's easy to install. I gave the cans the first coat of this red oxide primer. I just bought some spray primer. And then I bought this, it's an antique gold, which was the closest I could find to match the brass. So, I just sprayed this piece just to see what it was going to look like so I could do a comparison. And it's not exact because it doesn't look as aged, but you know, how close am I going to get? I mean, I think that'll look fine. Those cans will be painted this color hanging right here. I've got the holes drilled out where those, I got to take this back off and I got to weld the nipples in here that the can goes on. And then I'm not going to paint the cans yet. I still have to fit the lights inside of the cans. I got to fit these inside the cans and figure out how it's going to stay in there and how it's going to be angled. Keep reminding to show you, these are the sheets I've been using on the body. You can see that they came off just fine. So I cut my own sheets and I glue them on with that spray glue, and it works out just fine. It's and it's a lot cheaper than buying the rolls. So these are the washers that I use to going to insulate this. So there'll be a washer on the inside and a washer on the outside. Then when I take that nut up tight, it'll keep it tight, because the can, you know, is round and my nuts are obviously flat. I want to have some squish room without distorting the can. So here they are. They came in. The lights, the tail light lenses. So it'll be a little while before I'll be fitting all this on. Like I said, I gotta work out a way to get these in, but these are gonna fit right down inside like that. So I know it's kind of difficult to see it, but they'll be inside of the can halfway. So the whole can will light up inside too, inside at night. It's going to look good at night. I'm not going to have it sticking out that far. It's going to be recessed in about half. I'm thinking halfway, maybe less. I'll play with the adjustment. And the thing is, it's got a little slack, you can see. And that's going to give me enough room to make my gasket on here. I could put my gasket around the exterior of this wide spot and fit it in there real nice, snug. And then I'll probably have to secure it with like a screw. I'll try to put the screw on the back side. So be kind of down and under. And that'll hold it in place. It won't come back out again. So making your own lights is a lot of work. There's, I mean, I could have probably called Speedway and got a set up and bought all this. Maybe pay a couple $100, I don't know, or less. But where's the fun in that? And then you go to the car show and some guy right next to you has got the same thing he bought. So when I go to the car show, there ain't gonna be too many people out there with their bean can tail lights. So I gotta weld this in. And that's what I call them, bean can tail lights. Even though it was actually corned beef hash. So I'm going to take this piece off. I'm going to weld this nipple in here. I figured that I need to weld it when I had it on earlier, like right at the end of the threads. So I'm wondering if I want to just cut some of this off. I don't need the excess sticking inside, holding on the wires. So I'll probably, because I have to take a wire and run it through here down to this hole and then further down to get it underneath. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some long pigtails on. I'm going to solder some more wire to what I have and then seal it all up, tape it. I use my bead sealer, slash bead sealer slash liquid tape. But that's the process that I'm going through here, is to make up my lights. I got 2 good pigtails. I'm going to add enough wire so that when I drop it, it drops clear out the bottom. Put some extra on it. And they'll be fed in as I go to put the can on. So in other words, the pigtails will be sticking out. I'll stick them down. The nut will already be on the pigtail and the washer. I'll slide the washer and nut on with a screwdriver. Tweezers, whatever I need, fingers, get in there and get it on. I had to go kind of deep because the way this is set up, I wanted to be in the center of the post. So that's kind of where it laid, as you can see, like that. That slides in. So again, like I was saying, it's, you can see it's pretty tight on the inside. Just the threads, I shine the light in there, you'd see that just the threads are in, but it stops right at that last thread. Got a little bit of leave, a little bit of a leave or something stuck there. I shot it outside. Let's get set up and get this thing welded. Cheers. My belly started growling. I figured I better put something in it. Wasn't hungry when I got up this morning. Now all of a sudden, as soon as I get right in the middle of my video, growling stomach. So I need that to be in right about there. So I'm going to cut this off. So let me go put this over in the vise and get it cut off real quick. Set my aluminum up. Just hold on a minute. No ground. That should have given me a good ground. I don't want to scratch any new paint. Seems like you should always have your nipping pliers close for that first try. Trying to make sure this is totally square. It's very difficult. I got magnets holding it. All right, stuck. Not totally affixed. Pulled a little bit towards the front. This is where I want to spend a lot of time, right here. Looking pretty good. I don't have a small square. Wish I did, but I pretty much eyeball it, you know, without having to pull the magnets off and all that. I think we're pretty good. Getting a little pop because there's filler right there. Woo! Warm. Not hot, just warm. Trying to burn quite a bit on the pipe and then bring it towards the body. My tip, I think, is getting a little dirty. Collecting shit in there. You can see it falling out. Sounded better. So what I did was I built a little bit on the pipe, dragged it towards the body because the pipe being the thicker metal, I always start from the thicker metal and bring it towards the thinner. It's how I was taught, probably how most were taught. Put one more tack on this side and let it cool. Yeah, you can tell when I started to get close to the filler. Let that cool now. So these are what's going to hold the lights in place. I showed you how I'm going to fasten them. It's going to be a bit of a finagle because I have to fish the wires through inside the can and fish it through. But what I'll do is I'll use a soft trace wire. I'll tape my pigtail to that, put that smaller wire through first, use it as a snake, pull it down, and I'll get all the wiring out the bottom down here, and then I'll take it back towards the center and replace. I'm going to try to go one piece of wire, and wherever I have a connection, it'll be soldered. That's the way I usually do it. I don't use butt connectors. I straight solder it. I paint it with the liquid electrical tape, Let that dry. I put another coat on. I put multiple coats of that stuff on. That's why everything I do seems to take a while, because it takes a while for the material to dry. You gotta let it dry and then put another coat, but you end up with a weatherproof seal, which is as good as the factory. Cleaning the cans yesterday. Just show you my cleaning tray, cleaning fluid. I cleaned the cans up before I shot the primer on them. So you can see that was the back side of the can that I missed. Gonna put a little more on today. I didn't want to run it, so I just wanted to get something on it. I'm gonna take them out now and put another coat on them. In fact, let's take care of that right now. Somebody told me to make sure you unplug it before you take it off. I guess in case there's a poltergeist in the room, could turn it on, hurt your fingers. Probably would jam your thumb. I guess it's possible that somehow you could pull on it and make the trigger hit something. You know, I had a friend back in high school pulled a shotgun out from behind the seat of his truck and killed himself. So anything's possible. He had it loaded, safety wasn't on. Went to pull it from behind the seat. It snagged on the bracket, the flipper thing that lets the seat go forward. Shot his arm and side of his head off. It was a sad day. We'll give these a quick coat. Shut this door so they don't get me in the back. Alright, we'll let that dry. And I'll flip them over and get the inside. Whew. Getting high. Sniffing some paint this morning. I make sure I get it downwind of me. It's a good draft through there. So, where are we on the hood? Where are we on the hood? Been looking at this thing and looking at it, and you know, I think I'm just being, sometimes I overjudge my own work. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna work this a little more though, right in here. I think it kind of straightens up a little bit right here. I'm picking at myself. This one seems rounder than this one. And then when I go over here, this one seems a little bit right in here. So I don't know, man. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to use a piece of cardboard. I'm gonna make a template and I don't know. I'm going to just look and see if I need to do just a little bit more on those lights. One thing I don't want to do is put paint on it and then have to cut it back open. So, is it that I don't know. I'm picky as hell. I am picky as hell on this truck because I want this thing to look good. And there's no rush, so I can take my time, make sure all the little details. Ooh, a bird got me right there. I'll get my spray bottle and clear that off. All right, guys. You see what's going on here, rest of Rhode Island? Ouch. Damn it. No, I got to do a different way on this fan. I done banged my head for the last time on that goddamn thing. It's like every time I come in, I pick my head up too quick and punk. I don't know. What a klutz. So, got to get this side welded in. Gonna put an hour on the truck again today. I put it 1 hour a day on the truck. Excuse me. 1 hour a day. Today, I'm gonna move to the rear half. I think I'm gonna get the rear half set up inside because it's gonna be hot. I don't want to get anything too heavy. Don't feel like laying under it today, greasing it. It's already 71. Looks like what, 23 Celsius. Dragoon was out in that sun yesterday. He was like, dude, it's hot. Can you build a shade over my head? He wants a sun umbrella. Alright, guys. Got the golf truck out back. I'm just going to check the tires. That's why I just parked it there last night. I'm going to bring it around and up in the little alley here and check the tires on it. It's about that time of the month. Alright, guys. Out from Rusty, Rhode Island. Enjoy your weekend. See you on Batchat.